Mike the Bee, theme music.
Hello Keepers, we did make our way to the 2025 installment of the EPCOT International Festival of the Holidays. We did pick up our festival passports, so we had a better idea of the food and entertainment offerings for this holiday season. In our search for the tasty treats, we did make our first stop in World Celebration at Commodore Hall. So here in Commodore Hall is where you will find the Spaceship Earth gingerbread display, like it was last year. But new this year to the hall, they have moved Santa Claus over here for his meet and greet. So he does have special select times, so make sure you check the app for what times if you are looking to meet him and get some pictures, because I do have the PhotoPass photographer available for all that. Also in the hall, they have the experimental prototype cookies of tomorrow, where you can get some select cookies and beverages. So we definitely did grab some of those to try while we're here in the hall. We did try the gingerbread milkshake from the experimental prototype cookies of tomorrow. We got the non-alcoholic and the alcoholic version. This was the gingerbread milkshake. It came with whipped cream on the top, and then the alcoholic version came with vodka. So I had the non-alcoholic version. That's one marked with the little cookie on top. I found this to be quite good and refreshing. It was a little warm the day we went, so this is a frozen beverage, so that kind of made it really nice. Now I do have to say that the spice they used for the gingerbread spice, it had a little bit of a kick to it. I'm assuming that was the clove in the gingerbread spice. So if you don't like your gingerbread or your drinks to be super spicy with a little kick, you probably wouldn't enjoy this as much. I found it to be quite delicious though. My partner, of course, really liked the alcohol version with a little kick of vodka in there. This was a really nice beginning to our day at the festival. I give this 4 out of 5 Bs. The first cookie we tried was the ginger molasses cookie with cream cheese icing. This cookie was done extremely well. It was nice and soft. All the flavors were amazing, and the icing was just that, the icing on the top. 5 out of 5 Bs. Next was the prototype cookie. This was a sugar cookie with orange cranberry icing and dark chocolate. So my husband figured out what made this cookie so special. You had to be in super bright light to pick up the holographic design on the top of the chocolate of the cookie. Once we figured this out, this made for a really cool effect of the cookie itself. As for the cookie itself, it actually was quite bland. Even with the orange cranberry icing, the sugar cookie part was very flavorless. You didn't even get a hint of vanilla. The dark chocolate on top overpowered everything, so you really didn't get a flavor of the cookie at all, even though it looked really, really cool with the effect on top. Unfortunately, I have to give this one a 1 out of 5 Bs. And finally, we get to the cookie that I look for every year ever since its inception into this festival, the salted caramel Spaceship Earth cookie. Salted caramel filling sandwiched between a vanilla and chocolate sugar cookie covered in coarse glistening sugar. This cookie, I believe, is the crown jewel of this festival. It's so good, it's so delicious, it's amazing. If you have to get anything at this festival, you have to get this cookie. If you haven't already guessed, this one definitely gets a 5 out of 5 Bs from me, because I just love this cookie. I hope they never get rid of it. Try one if you get to the festival. You won't be disappointed. Every couple of minutes, there is a little light show with the gingerbread display, like the actual Spaceship Earth. This one does have lights that dance and are choreographed to a special holiday soundtrack. There is a clock presented by citizens that does show you when the next show is going to perform. So if you are here during the time, you may want to stick around and check it out. It's a cute, quick little show and gets you into the holiday spirit. If you did make your way into Commodore Hall, you probably noticed the banners hanging from the ceiling that had icons representing the different countries around the World Showcase Lagoon. Well, if you did check out the gingerbread display and you looked real close, you would see these icons hidden all over the sphere. Before you leave the hall, also check out all the festive holiday merch. This year, they are featuring a lot of merchandise that features Figment's special holiday sweater that he wears in the attraction during this time of year. Of course, we had to get one of the stuffed animals, but they also have like ornaments and some other items along with regular holiday merch as well. Not a whole lot of stuff, but a small selection. So make sure you check that out before you leave the hall. So during the Festival of the Holidays, you want to head over to the Imagination Pavilion because in Journey to Imagination with Figment, it's the normal ride. If you've been on it, you know what it's all about. But they dress him in his holiday sweater, which is just a cute addition during the Festival of the Holidays. Also, once you exit the ride, you do have a chance to meet Figment in his blue holiday sweater. Now, it's not the same one he wears in the attraction, but it's still cute and makes for a perfect photo opportunity during the holidays. So, one of my favorite shows here during Festival of the Holidays is Joyful. This year, they're over by Comic Core Hall, and they have several shows throughout the day, but if you get a chance, come over and see this group. They are absolutely amazing. They sing all kinds of just very soulful Christmas songs, gospel style kind of, but with a little twist. They also throw in some Kwanzaa stuff because they do celebrate Kwanzaa as well. Of course, after Christmas, their whole set is nothing but Kwanzaa. It's just as amazing. So get over here and check this group out.
Hello, friends. Are you feeling joyful yet? Well, so are we, and we're so excited to celebrate this holiday season with you. Oh, I can feel the joy, feel in the air. But wait a minute. What's that I hear? It sounds like angels are singing. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinner reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Oh, hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Oh, hark the herald angels sing, glory to God. Glory, all the praise. We sing glory to the newborn King.
After Joyful, we had to try the favorites of festivals past. We started with the Reuben croquettes. They were with pastrami, sauerkraut, and Swiss cheese, and they came with a Thousand Island dipping sauce. These were just okay. If it wasn't for the Thousand Island dipping sauce, I didn't really get any flavor from the croquette itself. I was expecting that nice, robust Reuben flavor, and it wasn't there for me. It was okay for a little quick, savory bite if that's what you were looking for, but overall it just wasn't any wow factor to it for me, so therefore I'm giving it 3 out of 5 beets. Next, we tried the brown sugar and mustard glazed ham sliders. These came with a cranberry and apple coleslaw and served on a Hawaiian roll. These sliders were done so well. I love me ham, I love the brown sugar glazed ham, but this with the cranberry apple coleslaw, the savory, the sweet, everything blended so well together. You got 2 decently sized sliders. Definitely a 5 out of 5 Bs for this one. And finally, a drink and dessert. My husband went with the Keels Farm Pecan Pie Hard Cider, and we shared the Panettone Holiday Trifle. The trifle came with eggnog custard topped with cranberry cherry compote and sugared almonds. First, let's talk about the Keel Farms Pecan Pie Hard Cider. My husband enjoyed this so much. He said it was just like drinking a liquid pecan pie. So if you love pecan pie and you enjoy a good cider, this was definitely a win for him. So on his behalf, I will give this a 5 out of 5 beets. Next, we're going to talk about the Panettone Holiday Trifle. This was so good. Everything about this blended so well together with the eggnog custard, the panettone, everything just came together, and I'm always weary about getting stuff with custard because sometimes you can go into that like too eggy kind of area, and this did not do that. Everything came together very nicely. Holiday in the cup. Definitely a 5 out of 5 Bs for this one. So during Festival of the Holidays, if you go into the Seas Pavilion and you go into the aquarium section, there is sometimes a little tidbits put into the aquariums for the creatures themselves. So we're going to go check out the ride and then go check out the aquariums and see if they've done it this year for this festival.
you need to work on your camouflage because you can see them.
One of the traditions that have become a staple here at EPCOT in the Land Pavilion is living with the land, the glimmering greenhouses. Ever since they started this a few years ago, we have to do this at least once every season. So right now the wait time is quite low, so we're going to hop on a boat and check out the greenhouses. One of the fun things to do during a festival of the holidays is, of course, to travel around the World Showcase, because there's all sorts of storytellers. Of course, there's lots of good food. So now we're going to take you around the world and try some of these things and try to catch some of the storytellers, like my favorite, La Befana in Italy. Over in the Italian Pavilion, you can learn about La Befana. Instead of awaiting the arrival of Santa Claus on Christmas Eve, the children of Italy wait for the eve of the Epiphany. This night brings a visit from La Befana, the good-natured witch who climbs down the chimney to fill their socks with handmade gifts and treats. Naughty children may find a lump of coal instead. It is said that year after year, La Befana wanders the countryside in search of the Gesù Bambino, or baby Jesus, leaving handmade gifts for good children in his honor.
And I am a witch.
After La Befana's story, we did stop by the Tuscany Holiday Kitchen to try a couple items. First, we had an order of the Montanera. This was fried house-made pizza dough with pomodoro sauce, parmesan, and fresh basil. This turned out to be nothing special. It was literally like eating the pizza crust with some sauce and cheese sprinkled over it. I gave this a 2 out of 5 Bs. We also got an order of the salsiccia e pepperoni. This is sweet sausage, roasted peppers, and focaccia. This one was pretty good. I actually enjoyed the flavor of the sausage. The peppers complemented that very well. And of course, the addition of the focaccia just made it nice. So overall, this is a really good snack. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 Bs. Over in the German Pavilion this year, there is a brand new storyteller where you can explore German holiday traditions brought to life in Micah's Advents Calendar Puppetry, a magical puppet theater adventure for the whole family. Many of the world's most beloved holiday traditions began in Germany. According to one story, Reformation theologian Martin Luther was the first person to adorn a fir tree with candles, inspired by twinkling nighttime stars reminiscent of the Nativity star. Following an older tradition of decorating an indoor Christmas tree for Advent, Luther's 16th century tree was the original Tannenbaum with lights. Nutcrackers have their origin in German fables. Carved in the shape of soldiers and kings, they were said to bring luck and protection to your home. This led to the enchanting story of Clara and her Nutcracker, or Nutcracker, told in Russian composer Tchaikovsky's famous ballet. Nutcrackers are sold in Christmas markets all over Germany, as are advent calendars counting down the days to Christmas, and glass ornaments to hang on the tree. Visitors to a Christmas market might even see a holiday puppet show. After taking in the new show, we did stop by the Bavarian Holiday Kitchen to take in some of the German bites. The pork schnitzel had mushroom sauce, spatzel, and braised red cabbage. This schnitzel was quite tasty. All the flavors melted together really nicely. I'm going to have to give this one a 5 out of 5 Bs. We also got an order of the cheese fondue. This comes in a bread bowl with steamed baby vegetables and marbled potatoes. This was okay. I did enjoy the actual cheese fondue. It was everything else that fell flat. We got one piece of a slice of a carrot. We got one marbled potato. I guess they were banking on that you got so much bread. The problem I had with the bread is they prepped it too far in advance, cutting it open. So you basically were getting the beginning of a giant crouton with some cheese in it. So, I mean, the fondue was amazing. Everything else could have been better or prepped not as far in advance. So I have to go with a 2 out of 5 on this one. My husband did get a couple beverages while we were there. He tried the Postman Pure Hard Cider, and then he also tried the Glühwein house-made hot spiced wine. This is served warm. He didn't seem to serve too much of an opinion on either one of these beverages, so I'm just going to right down the middle and give this a 3 out of 5 Bs. And finally we came to dessert, which was a hazelnut Linzer cookie with raspberry jam. Now, I love me a good Linzer cookie, and they were all over property this holiday season. But this particular one just seemed like it was made fresh. It was so soft. It was delicious. The filling was really nice. Just overall, a really well done Linzer cookie. So it's going to get 5 out of 5 Bs. Our time was coming to a close, but we had a few more treats we wanted to get in before we ended our time at the festival. At the Swirled Showcase, my husband got the Yuletide Float. This was Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey and Barks Red Cream Soda with Apple Cinnamon Soft Serve. I know he enjoyed this beverage because he was raving about it to other guests at the next booth, so 5 out of 5 Bs. Next, we did grab a few things from Refreshment Port and the Yukon Holiday Kitchen. The Refreshment Port had the return of the turkey poutine. This was sweet potato fries with turkey gravy, cranberry relish, and crispy onions. We have loved this dish every single time it has made its way to the festival, and ever since they changed the regular fries to sweet potato fries, it's made it that much more enjoyable. 5 out of 5 Bs. From the Canadian Yukon Holiday Kitchen, we did grab an order of the beef bourguignon. Comes with crushed potatoes. At first glance, this looks like slop in a bowl, but this dish is absolutely amazing. All the flavors are just so good, making this a 5 out of 5 Bs. Also, for the Yukon Holiday Kitchen, we got the frozen Joffrey's Coffee non-alcoholic. So at first they did give us one with the alcohol. It came with a tap 357 Canadian maple rye whiskey. I took one sip and it was disgusting. My husband tried it and he agreed with me. It was disgusting. We did go back. We got one without the alcohol and it was just as disgusting. This was literally like just putting coffee grounds in a slushie and then giving it some whipped cream for good measure. There was no sweetener. There was no anything. It was just gross. I just can't give this any Bs. You know what? I can. I'll give it a negative 5 Bs. We made a stop into the Mela Kaliki Maka Holiday Kitchen because I had to get that nasty coffee flavor out of my mouth, and we needed one more cookie to complete our holiday cookie stroll. We picked up a coffee mocha cookie. This is topped with coffee-infused buttercream, cocoa nibs, and chocolate-covered espresso beans. I know what you're thinking, a coffee-flavored something to get rid of a nasty coffee drink flavor. This was actually really good. The coffee mocha cookie with the coffee-infused buttercream, it was very subtle, it wasn't too overpowering, and it was actually the perfect thing to get rid of that nasty Joffrey's coffee drink we had from Canada. So I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5 Bs. My husband did enjoy a melon breeze. This was Dole pineapple juice, lime juice, melon liqueur, and Sailor Jerry spiced rum. Although I could tell this wasn't one of his favorite beverages of the festival, I could tell he still enjoyed this beverage quite a bit, so I'm going to safely give it a 3 out of 5 Bs on his behalf. So we completed our holiday cookie stroll. Now, mind you, we have never really participated in this in years past. This is kind of the first year for us to actually do the cookie stroll. And that's just because when we bought our first cookies in the beginning of the day, the cast member asked us if we had our passport and could stamp to get our treat at the end if we were planning on buying more cookies. Now, the way it works is you have to buy 5 of the cookies that are listed on the cookie stroll. You can buy 5 of the same cookie. You can mix and match however you want to do it, but you have to buy 5. Get your stamps. Once you get all 5 stamps, you have to go and collect your treat. This year, the completion treats were picked up at the Holiday Sweets and Treats booth. You showed up with your completed passport. They gave you a stamp saying you completed the cookie stroll, and they gave you your treat. In years past, it was just another kind of plain Jane cookie that was kind of bought in and wasn't as good as the cookies you just bought and sampled in order to do the cookie stroll. There were some complaints about that, but this year's treat was something a little bit more special. This year's treat ended up being a spatula with the Cookie Stroll logo on it. It also came with a recipe card for the peanut butter M&M cookie that was on the stroll this year. That's also why you got the little thing of M&Ms to kind of help you out in making the cookies. I really enjoyed this prize because I think this entices people more to probably get involved, buy more cookies, get the prize at the end, rather than the plain Jane cookies I guess they've been giving out in the past. So this was really cool, and we really enjoyed doing the cookie stroll this year. Well guys, that's going to do it for Festival of the Holidays 2025. We saw some of the normal things we always see, but we do love. We saw some new things. We ate a ton of food. I hope you guys enjoyed this little adventure. But as always, thank you for following along on these little adventures of mine. And as always, I am Mike the Bee. You never know where I'm going to be. I'm just going to be. You be too. I'll see you guys later.